All right, Adam, in New York City here for the Heisman Trophy ceremony, which is on Saturday, and I think we're all just kind of pinching ourselves, Colorado media, saying, "What are we doing covering the Heisman Trophy?" When you think back just 2 years ago, and whoever thought this would be possible, but here we are in New York, and kind of a quick day. I mean, there was about 20 minutes with Travis Hunter, and but pretty cool to see him kind of living it up and getting a lot of the attention that he is right now.
And Travis Hunter doesn't do a whole lot of media, so to have that opportunity today to chat with him, and he did a great job. And I think it's something that he's going to grow to be a good media personality. It's not maybe his favorite thing to do. And so, yeah, today we get a chance to talk to him the day after he wins 3 more national awards. And I asked him, about Legacy Hall. That's something that the players have to walk by on a regular basis. They're constantly reminded of the history in this program and who has won those big trophies in the past. And I don't know how they're going to fit all of Travis's trophies in there the way it's currently constructed.
Right. Yeah, I don't know either. It's a cool hall, for anybody that hasn't been there, the way the trophies are displayed. And Travis himself, to answering your question, he goes, I did kind of think about that when I was walking through there the last couple of days, about how it might look different later. And, there's also some murals of different players on there. There's got to be a Travis Hunter mural at some point. I mean, if that's not up there by spring ball, I'd be surprised. And, but I think he deserves everything. It's been fun seeing, not only watch him play, but to see him get all this attention. And, first player in major college football history to receive an offensive award and defensive award. The Bolitnikoff and the Bednarik and the Lot Impact Trophy, and, the list goes on and on and on. And I know he didn't win the Thorpe, but, I mean, I feel like he's been vindicated by getting all these other awards.
Yeah, and he has created quite a legacy, not just at Colorado, and for the folks that walk down Legacy Hall in the future and get inspired by him. But I think every little kid that's a 2-sport athlete is inspired by what he's done, because he's really changed the game. And I think there's going to be more recruits in the future that maybe demand an opportunity to at least try that. Now, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, he's very clear about the criteria. You got to dominate on one side of the ball before it's even in question. But I think there have been guys that have not been capable what Travis did. As we know, he's a unicorn, but maybe some guys that could have had a little bit more of a role on both sides of the ball if it was more the norm in college football.
Yeah, one guy I talked to this week was Deion Figures, the former Buff who won the Thorpe Award back in '92, was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame this week, and we were talking about Travis, and he said, well, college football and the NFL are copycat leagues. He goes, you're going to see more people try to do it. He goes, but there's not going to be people that can do it. He goes, they broke the mold with him, and it's going to be difficult to do what he does. And he talked about when he was coming up, he goes, there was talk of me doing both. He goes, there's no way I could have done both, playing at that high level. And it's impressive to see what he's been doing. And, he again got questions today. Do you get tired? And he goes, no, not really. He goes, I take my 1 o'clock nap. He didn't get to do that today because he was sitting right here, doing media. But, he's just a unique athlete, and it's been a lot of fun to cover him.
And even talking about the Alamo Bowl, you can tell that it's really important for him to go out on a great note. And so he's been the consummate teammate as well that we've seen during his time at Colorado. But, I don't think we're ever going to cover another one like him.
No, speaking of the Alamo Bowl, I asked him, have you had any chance at all to look at BYU? He goes, what do you think I was doing on the flight out here? So that should tell you something about him. That on the flight, he's watching BYU film, and he mentions, he goes, look, I've been watching them all year because we thought they'd be a team we might be able to play. So I'm not worried about Travis Hunter being prepared. If all this award stuff, if nothing else, I think this award stuff might be giving his body a little bit of a break that he needs and coming back for practices next week. But the media room, in this room, there's 4 stations set up for each of the finalists. Travis had the biggest scrum around him. There's no question about it. No disrespect to the other guys, but everybody wanted to talk to Travis today.
And like you said, it was kind of like a Super Bowl media scrum almost. Yeah. We had, I believe, he is some type of entertainer for a children's entertainment channel, and he came up and asked Travis what his favorite fruit and vegetables He's not a big vegetables guy, but does like pineapple. So we got down to some really hard-hitting questions here at this media scrum today. But it's fun. Again, Travis does not do a whole lot of media day. He was not at Big 12 media days, and so to get this opportunity, even if you had to shout it over your question over a couple shoulders to get it in, again, it's a pinch your moment type of ceremony to cover for sure.
Well, and because he doesn't do a whole lot, he didn't really have time for a lot of those those nonsense questions either. He kind of got through those pretty quickly, and so a fun day for him, for all these guys. They got Heisman watches as well, and we learned all about the Heisman watches today.
Yeah, the Heisman watch guy, he gave quite a speech. He knows a lot about timepieces, and so I don't know if that video's out there, but it's more than you'll ever need to know about the Heisman watch.
Yeah, Travis was asked about that. He's not a watch guy, but he loves that one. And Shedeur Sanders, we know, is a watch guy. Doing the Shedeur. But anything else to wrap up today? I mean, we're gonna have more obviously tomorrow after the Heisman ceremony to find out if he actually wins it. But anything else today?
We were debating whether or not we should do an analysis video on a carriage ride. Maybe that's a possibility later on in the trip. But no, I've been trying to hit up some food spots. My wife came out with me as well. She's photographing for BuffStampede.com, and we've hit up Katz's Deli already. And we went to Spark Steakhouse, the infamous steakhouse in which Paul Castellano was murdered outside of. The food was delicious, and so excited to get a New York slice next. Yeah. And I know that you've had a chance to venture out a little bit as well. Yeah,
I got roasted for my choice. I went to a deli called Hell's Kitchenette that had 4.9 stars out of 5 and really good pastrami. But I guess my photo skills of the sandwich were not very good. But it was a really good pastrami sandwich, and on the spot here, I'm trying to think of the breakfast place I went to, but it was a really good breakfast place as well. So I'm looking forward to. You got to get a New York slice of pizza while you're out here too. So I'll be doing that as well. Probably won't make it to Katz's, but I've been there before. That's the best pastrami I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, this city is just so big. It's my first trip out here, and it's even more overwhelming than I expected. But it's a lot of people watching out here in New York City for sure.
It's a lot of people watching, and there's a lot of eyes on Travis Hunter, even in this big city. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the Heisman results.